Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today, people, we're here for Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger episode 35, Blue Champion. And in this episode, we get the climactic and amazing debut of our champion mecha, and we get the destruction of Deseret, we get the destruction of Daros, and we get full clarity. We get the full backstory on Boondadio and how he was a Hashirian and how he met Spender and how he left the whole thing and his whole on the run stuff. We get all of that in we get all of that in this episode, and it just seems like Boondadio was framed. We see that Sakito comes to the base to tell everybody BMD's little message and stuff like that, and he gets ready to tell them all of that. But we also see that our bad guys are basically getting ready to formulate a plan to kidnap BMD, and they basically talk, and Daros basically talks about, I told the whole team that who Boondadio used to be, so eventually the whole team is obviously gonna start beefing and stuff, and beefing with each other and going at each other's throats and things like that, and then they'll be easier to take out when they're all mad at each other. And we also see that Mr. Spender is talking to one of his generals, and his general's name is Grants, and he basically says that he's coming to Earth because he now knows because of the 3 agents that he sent to Earth and all the information that they've sent to them. They've been able to see everything that Boondadio has been doing, so now he's coming to Earth. And Wild Spender look cool. He like a cool dude. He looks cool. His design's cool. He's like a younger looking kind of guy. I wasn't expecting, I was kind of expecting a mob boss to be a big old dude, big old dude type of thing, just dude that's been in the game for a really, really long time, and he's some old guy. No, Spender looks like the son of a mob boss or something like that. He looks like a rather young dude, but we can tell that he is vicious and ruthless, and he will take people out if he needs to. We saw that in the last episode where he completely dismantled a dude. But yeah, he decides that he's getting ready to come to Earth. So Sakito basically comes to the base to give everybody the message that BMD doesn't want to see Boondadio, and Boondadio basically decides to tell Sakito and everybody else his entire story on how he got to Earth and how he used to be part of the Hashirians. So we see that BMD, he's standing on top of the building by himself, and his mic, his comms turn on, and we see that Sakito has basically using his using his changer to send to basically record everything that's going on, and lets him hear the whole conversation that he's having with everybody else. So BMD goes into details about how when he was in the race, how he was in the BBG, he could never win the BBG, but then for some reason this fan came up to him and gave him this part that would help him win the race. And then when he used this part, he ended up getting in a big crash, and when he got into that big crash, he lost his license. But the second reason why he lost his license was because the part that he used was classified as a illegal modification. Basically classified as an illegal modification. So he would lose his license for that, and his whole team will go down with him. But he basically says that no, don't do that. I'll leave and stuff like that, but my team did not know anything. BMD did not know anything about this. I don't want to mess up his career because of me. So BMD's you left the BBG for me, because of me? We're yeah. So all right, so after that we see that Boondadio is walking alone and things like that, and then he's approached by this guy in an alleyway. It turns out it's the fan that gave him the part, but then it's actually Wild Spender appears behind that dude, and he basically says that I'm the dude that told this guy to give you that part, and also the fan is me. I'm the fan. So he basically takes Boondadio out for drinks and stuff, and he talks about how he has started this group, and the group is real small right now, but I would like for you to join me and things like that. So Boondadio ends up joining Wild Spender, but then he was doing everything Wild Spender told him to do. He was creating all these weapons and all these systems and stuff like that for Wild Spender. And he saw the evil and bad things that Wild Spender was doing with this stuff. So he decided to turn Wild Spender in to the galactic to the galactic police. And that's, since he got turned in, you know, that's why he's on this prison planet right now. But it seems like he has his hands, you know, he's corrupted some of the galactic policers and stuff like that, and now he's just that's why he's living a lab of luxury inside on this prison planet. So and then we see that's when he decides that he's gonna come back to Earth, and then that's when Boondario ends up coming to Earth and then meeting Taya, and then that's how everything went. So yeah, he's still considered a traitor to the Hashirians, and Wild Spender is coming for him, and he decides that he's not going to run anymore. He's not going to back down for him and everything and all that stuff. And the team is very understanding. The team is glad that he told them everything and stuff like that, and especially Gemba, but especially Gemba and Mira and Joe. So everybody's very supportive. The whole team, you know, is together. That's why I like this team. They feel like real friends. They feel very understanding and stuff. So yeah, so after that, BMD rushes off to go talk to Boondario, but he ends up getting kidnapped by the Hashirians, and he gets and the Hashirians basically, you know, broadcast to the rest of the team that they have BMD. We see that Saiba also says that the ISA will come and, you know, try to question Boondario about, you know, the Hashirians, that he may have information about them going forward. So we see that they end up broadcasting and showing that they've kidnapped BMD, and when they get ready to talk about their commands, they instantly get to that warehouse that they always use. They instantly get to that warehouse like super freaking fast, and then they're like, well, that was fast, like we ain't even get to say our demands yet. And then Taya's like, yeah, we don't really talk to cowards who take hostages and stuff. And then we also see that Sakito has already broken BMD out of his binds and stuff, and then that's when the whole team hinges up and they go to fighting Duras and, you know, the grunts and stuff. Very cool fight scene and things like that. And just when they destroy all the grunts, and just when they've cornered Duras, we see that Taya basically says that, hey Gemba, you finish this. So they ended up letting Gemba get like the final blow on him. We see that any of them can do like the ultimate attack, like when they all get behind them and they activate the jacket and stuff like that. And it seems like any of them can do that, because they did it with Taya the first time, and then they did it with Gemba this time. So it seems like anybody can do like the ultimate in this in the jacket. So he ends up getting that last hit. He talks about how, like, I'm gonna end you for, you know, the death of my planet, the death of my father, hurting this planet and hurting my friends and stuff. So I'm gonna beat you, man. Yeah. And he ends up taking him out, and then that's when Duras basically he feels weirded out that the team is like, why aren't you guys fighting with each other? Why are you all still together? It's because, like, he's like, oh, because we're the Boonboomger and stuff like that. Like, we're a real team and we care about each other, you know, friendship, stuff like that. So Duras ends up activating his stuff, and he ends up going giant, and he ends up flying to the freaking moon. So we see that we get the debut of our new mecha, which is the champion Robo, which is like a combination of like a bunch of different boom boom cars, also combined with the carrier. And we see everyone's reaction when they get to space and stuff. And Boondario was like, hey guys, welcome to space. So they get to the moon, they end up going into this ultimate mecha, and they end up defeating Duras. And then Duras's last words are, he said, you may get off scot-free this time, but you're still a traitor, and Wild Spender is coming for Earth. And, you know, Boondario's like, I ain't running no more. I'm good. He can come on, bring it. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'll take him out, man. Me and my friends. But yeah. After that, episode ends off with Boondario and BMD apologizing with each other and talking about how they're going to defeat Wild Spender when he gets here and things like that. And yeah. That's our it. That's where we end it right there. Everybody get some curry and we good. But next episode seems like we're getting another Pink Ranger in the next episode, and then some more stuff. It's like it's about to get kind of wild. But other than that, this episode's awesome. I can't wait to see like what happens when the Spender does actually get there, and I also wonder how he's gonna feel knowing that 3 of his agents have been freaking destroyed. And I'm also wondering who is Grants. I want to see Grants. We most likely are gonna see Grants. And he sound, from how his voice sounds, he sounds like a pretty powerful guy. I don't underestimate nobody. Any new monster, any new freaking general that comes up here that making problems, man, I don't underestimate nobody. So I'm pretty sure when we do see him and Wild Spender, they're gonna be a really big problem. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode of Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? Let me know down there, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Remember, stay Henshin.